Hi guys, it's George Hewitt here. Welcome to the Supercoach Swordplay podcast.
In pick 16, the Brisbane Lions have selected Darcy Wilmot from Say that again.
Jeez, I love you blokes.
Oh, now what an intro. It felt fresh using that one. We've got a different kind of video tonight to go onto the channel. I am joined by an absolute legend of the community, SDS. Mate, how are you this evening?
Doing wonderfully this evening, Scobie. It's an absolute pleasure to jump on the swordplay once again. And I believe this is our first duo video together. So certainly very keen to unpack all things AFL Supercoach, less than 24 hours away from the season underway.
Oh, mate, it's exciting. Simple as that. Now, we sent out, well, you actually sent out a tweet, I reckon maybe about 10 days ago, with just getting people trying to comment on it for their, I guess, hottest takes, Q&A, all that kind of jazz. We were meant to do it last week. Life got in the way, but we always stick to our word. So we've got a fair bit to get through. The thread's still up, so chances are we might have even more to get through than what I checked out last time, which was quite a bit. You chucked it up on TikTok on your channel, so yeah, there's quite a bit to get through. But before we do, mate, do you just want to shout out your channel? I mean, you're on here right now. Pump yourself up. Come on, give us your best spiel.
Well, I mean, Supercoach is certainly in full swing, as this is probably one of the best times of year to be creating, but also watching Supercoach content. So if you're watching this on here, hopefully you would have heard of my channel, SDS Supercoach. So posting a bunch of content, more collabs to come. Super exciting. Also doing TikTok as well pretty frequently. I think I've got 2,000 plus followers on there now. So yeah, so just shortened versions of my content on that. And then SDS Supercoach on YouTube. Did the team reveal yesterday. Copped a bit of criticism, which is fair enough. I play a bit differently to a few of some others out there, but that's okay. And I'm certainly keen to get this season underway because nothing hits like AFL Supercoach compared to other sports for me.
Oh, completely agree, mate. Completely agree. We'll just get straight into it. I mean, before we do, actually, you said that you got some criticism. Do you not just wake up to an inbox full of abuse? Because that's what I get on X. That's if you're not getting abused, you're not having a good morning. It's as simple as that. We'll just jump straight into it, mate. This is the thread. Now, if you see anything else on here we can talk about, let's just get straight into it. But this, we put it up. We've got Voss will get sacked. I mean, who's the first coach that's going to get sacked this year, mate? We'll change it up a little bit.
Can I go bold and say McQualter?
I thought you were going to go McRae then. I was going to have a heart attack. Jeez.
No, the other Mick.
Yep.
So,
no.
yeah, I don't know. It could be another tough year for the Eagles. They might just go, you know what? We're not fully sure if he's the guy to carry us going forward. So I think there's going to be an argument to be made that there will be a few coaches on the chopping block this year.
I agree. The next one is from a good friend of ours, Supercoach HQ. And I mean, it references the bloke that you all just heard in the intro, Georgie Hewitt. And Supercoach HQ says LDU will be this year's George Hewitt. Mate, have you thought about having LDU in your side? Have you had him in previous years? You got recency bias towards him? Like, what's the go there? Because he's not for me.
I've flirted with the idea actually, and he's actually hasn't been far off entering my side. And I think I've had him in a couple of variations throughout preseason. And to be honest, if there weren't as many midfield options as we've got this year, I think he's certainly on the radar for me. But I think just with previous scoring history, price at 97, like, can he do 105? I think that's more than possible. He's had a couple of healthy years in a row. The attention will go to Sheasel instead of him. So I don't mind the LDU pick this year. And to be like George Hewitt, I mean, that's 112 average. So I'm not fully sure if he can get back to those heights, but he's certainly an interesting underpriced option.
I mean, I'm not completely against the pick. I've never owned him in Supercoach. Watched him in that Amy series against the Pies. He was bog, best on ground easily, but his disposal was not the best. And I reckon if he went, I think it was below 70%, but if he can tidy that up a little bit, then if you run with him from day dot and he does increase his DE, I reckon it's a solid pick, to be fair, but definitely not for me. Definitely not for me. Supercoach Potato says Connor McDonald to be the first player this season to score more than 180 plus. I'm not going to say anything about this, mate. I want your 100% honest opinion on this.
Well, it's just 180. That's just not going to happen, is it? I think for any hope would have been this week with the weakened Giants midfield, and if there was no John Newcomb, if there was ever going to be a time for McDonald to score 180. But first play this season, let alone his entire career, I love the potato, but can't back this one. I think he said in one of the replies down below that it's going to be against Essendon. So no, Essendon got a pretty good midfield, and there's one midfielder I would have liked to have had running out in the brown and gold this year, but. Yeah, hopefully Connor McDonald can be a good pick this year, though, and in Hawthorn's midfield.
Are you enticed by him at all?
Yeah, he's in my team currently.
Oh, so is that like a little segue to go and check your team reveal out?
Yeah, maybe if you like mid-price madness, absolutely. But I don't. I think the Hawthorn could certainly be in the position where they're almost just forced to play McDonald in there to start the season. Don't trust Mitchell on what he says, but we get a good view round zero to see what the actual role looks like. And I think we reassess from there, but currently my team.
No, completely fair. My good mate, rookie coach, absolute superstar, says Naz finishes the season outside the top 6 defenders. I can't see that happening.
No, I can't back that.
No.
I'd be shocked if he isn't the best defender again.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I'd be shocked. I reckon I'd be shocked if he's not top 2. Like, I'd be pretty comfortable in saying that he'd be easily top 2. But I mean, hot takes and outrageous takes, that was in the tweet. So maybe
we got what we asked for. That's a bold one. I can't get behind that. But we love your work, rookie.
Absolutely. And Kata as well. Thank you for commenting, mate. Darcy Parish to average above 100 until the mid-season buy rounds to then upgrade to a genuine top 8 midfielder for under 30K. Well, injury-free, I don't think that's that outrageous at all.
No, I agree. If he can stay in the park, I think that this is certainly a possibility. As well as maybe Zach Merritt having a bit more outside time in that midfield. So I think this is a complete possibility. It's just all about selling the park. And I'm pretty sure Adam Chera was doing a very similar thing until it got to the buy round. So, I mean, and Paris has got even better history than what Adam Chera has had in the past. So I think this is very possible.
I completely agree. Roscoe, shout out to you, mate. He's got a spicy take here. English will be one of the top 2 rucks and Washcroft top 8 mid. Again, I don't think that's that outrageous. What's your thoughts on this?
I agree with the first one. I think there's a real shot that English can be one of the rucks that can certainly navigate his round the new ruck rules. And then Ashcroft, it's a bit tricky to build the case because there's so many points going around in that Brisbane midfield to where Will Ashcroft is unbelievable. But is his ceiling until a couple of the others go like that 100 to 105. That's what I probably think. But I think in 5 years' time he'll be one of the most owned Supercoach players as premiums, but probably not just quite yet for me. But Tim English, I can absolutely back.
I completely agree. Completely agree. Do you own English currently?
Yep.
Yep. Same here. Same here. Do you mind me asking who your other ruckman is?
McAndrew at R2.
Oh, okay. Yep. Understandable. Yep.
I had Flynn PTSD from last year, so I just thought, let's go again.
Yep. Perfect. I mean, absolutely. If you don't learn from your mistakes, just keep doing them, and surely you'll get it right once. Supercoach Bull says Josh Dacos will be a top 6 defender. Brody Grundy will be R1. Neither really being considered because of the buys.
What's your thoughts on Josh Dacos there, mate?
I think I just don't see how, like, he's too damaging off halfback. And I don't think that, I don't think if he's going to move into the middle, I reckon that actually hurts his Supercoach, I guess, stocks, so to speak. And I know that might be a little bit probably opposite of what we've initially thought, because you think, more CBAs equal more points. I don't think that's necessarily the case for someone like Jacos. I mean, it's been spoken about. We want to get the ball into Houston's hands more often, but then obviously Pendlebury's going to halfback. So you'd think Dacos is going to go into that CBA rotation, yet it didn't really come to fruition in the games that I've watched. So I feel like it's going to be a break glass in case of emergency type scenario, like against Gold Coast when he went absolutely like bananas. That game, I'm fairly certain that he scored almost 100 points in like maybe 35 minutes of footy, which is absolutely unheard of. But I don't think that he's going to have, the capability to be a top 6 defender when you got Naz that literally goes at a jog, picks up 35, and he's kicking 3 a game. And then you got Sinclair, who's literally chip mark. Same with Geordie Clark. You got McKercher on the up. It just, I don't. And Rosie, I mean, didn't even name him. But I don't think Dacos is going to be a top 6 defender, so to speak. Brody Grundy, R1. You're not running him. Why not? Why not Grundy over English? Is it just the 70K difference?
Basically. I like Brady Grundy, and I think he's going to be an absolute star once again this year. But the extra 70K goes a long way, and I've just found it tricky to fit him in. And even if I was to go pay that much, I'd probably just go for a non-buy player. So I probably would have leaned more towards a Cherry or whatnot with that easy run, and then reassess from there. But I think it just makes it pretty tricky with just the money at the minute, and I'm happy to pay up for a ruckman, but probably not up that much.
What do you say to the people like myself who are running English and Grundy?
I think that's perfectly fine. I think that's I don't see any problem with it. You're not going to have any troubles, and I do think Grundy and English are a good shot at being R1 and R2. So as long as you can keep that flex spot open for any further value rucks that come down the line, like a Nick Bryan or whatever the case may be, because you still want to open up value options that will come up during the ruck setup, because there will be probably a few more injuries in the ruck this year with knee to knee as the season goes on. So as long as you can keep that flex spot pretty open up, I don't have too many problems with set and forget.
Yep, no, fair enough. Aaron WD, if you're buying a player for 300K, you're buying them to be a keeper. If they're not a keeper, they're not making enough to justify the pick, especially when considering a good rookie will average only a little less and the extra cash can go elsewhere. What's your thoughts on that?
Disagree.
Disagree, why?
They don't have to be a keeper. I think at the end of the day, we're trying to make as much money as I can. And I guess it also means, like, was Ryan Marich not worth the pick last year it was roughly around that price as well. So, and then Bailey Humphrey still even then made like another 100K. So I think it's all about getting the team value up so you can have as best of a chance to have all the best players come post mid-season buy. So I disagree with that, especially with 40 trades. We got enough to muck around with a couple and get some more money in. So I think it's perfectly fine to buy mid-pricer in season. And I disagree with that.
Is your thought process maybe tampered a little bit because you just said before that your team reveal is mid-price madness?
Yeah, and I'm still
Yep.
happy to pay up for mid prices during season.
Yep.
My goal is to get rookies off field as quickly as possible and build up cash via the mid prices. If most of them can hit, it can go a long way. So, I don't think they have to be keepers. And even if they just make 100 to 150K, most of them, then you can pass them on to a player that's gone down in price from their starting price and down to another downgrade rookie. So I think it's, yeah.
If we use a certain Collingwood player, Jordan Ngoe, at I think 321K off the top of my head, do you own him currently? I'm just
No.
assuming. No, you don't. Okay, well, I'm incorrect because when you said mid-price, I just assumed that you would. Say he averages 90, which he has done for however many years. I think it's like 9 seasons or something like that. Don't quote me off the top of my head. That gets him to roughly like 470K. Is that, obviously that's making 150K. Is that classified a keeper in the forward line?
Depends on the quality of the forward line. We've had a couple of generous DPPs over the past couple of years to help us through there, but I guess he doesn't have to be a keeper if you got a couple of luxury trades post buy and you can adjust him then. So as long as he can stay on the park and be a consistent 90 plus averaging guy and he's playing the correct role, I'd get concerned if he was playing more half forward, if he had a role shift. As long as the role stays good, it doesn't worry me. So I have thought about Jordan Ngoe. It's just the roller coaster experience that could come with it that does put me off a little bit, but he's certainly around my radar with the McDonald's and the Rochelle's and stuff.
Yep, perfect. We'll move on. We've got, absolute legend, Finn Callahan. This is sent in by Janeth. Shout out to you, mate. Finn Callahan to become a top 4 midfielder this season. Would that shock you at all? Because it wouldn't for me.
No. It wouldn't shock me at all. And especially coming from Janeth, who's got one of the best Supercoach minds to where anything he says, I'll go like, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, go for it. Yep. So there's usually a couple of new guys every season that come in and drop out of the 120 range. So there is certainly a world where Finn Callahan can get to 120 plus territory. And you think of Dacos, Butters, Bontempelli is probably my top 3.
Yep.
As the mids, I think Callahan could sneak right in. I think it'll be a bit of a dogfight for that 4th spot.
Yeah, I completely agree. Echo your thoughts. Paulie says, Sam Cummings to win Rising Star Award and average 90 plus for the season. Well, I mean, he's done his shoulder. But North Melbourne rise up the ladder, finished 10th. After what I saw the other day, mate, against Collingwood 2s, absolutely not. And no ruckman will finish in the top 15 for overall points this season. That's a big one. Now, he did say outrageous takes and spicy calls. This is a very good one because, I mean, I think he can cross the first 2 off the list, and I'd be absolutely shocked if the 3rd one doesn't happen. Like, surely one ruckman's going to finish.
There'll be one. There's got to be one. You would think so. I mean, North Melbourne, I don't know about you. I've given up on them. I'm just going to predict them 16th every year till they prove the world wrong in my eyes, and then no coming for a month. Triple M.
Yeah. Yep. Thank you. Shout out to them.
Yeah, that great graphic,
Oh,
and I think they'll be used around the world. They're very smart in what they're doing. But yeah, there's got to be a ruck that finishes top 15. Fair enough if we're wrong there, but jeez, that'd be a fall from grace.
oh, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Wooden Spoon Data says at least one St Kilda player will be in the top 6 defenders, top 8 mids, top 2 rucks, and top 6 forwards. Now, I know there's a lot of, what could happen in this, but if you break it down, that's not that outrageous.
Who'd be the mid though?
Oh, that's the one that
Windhager.
if he gets that juicy halfback role, which he did have,
Yeah.
and I mean, I'm
Um,
not saying it's going to stick for an entire season, but top 6 defenders, you would assume that
Yeah.
Naz and
Yeah.
or Sinclair would be there.
Yeah.
Top 2 rucks, I mean, they've got TDK and Marshall, which I don't think they'll be top 2 rucks. I don't
No.
think.
Unless
Top-
one gets injured early and there's just a massive solo ruck run.
Yep. Top 6 forwards. I mean, Flanders, yeah, he's got the capability to do so. You'd assume that Sheasel's one, and if Flanders pops for the entire year, which, I mean, there's a small percentage chance that happens, then he'd be, top 2. Top 8 mids, is there any chance Jack McRae just winds back the clock?
Oh, I think he's got the last season of the Western Bulldogs role now at the Saints.
Yeah.
With that midfield rotation, so I think he'll be back to a wing or half forward. But yeah, I forgot Jack Steele went to Melbourne as well.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
yeah, I think the mid is hard to build a case for personally. But
Mhm.
I mean, if Nass was a midfielder, if Sinclair full run of DeConning or Marshall, and then you got Flanders, I mean, that would work. But yeah, I don't see the mids and rucks going to plan, but I think definitely getting a top 6 forward and 2 top 6 defenders.
Yeah. Yep. No, as I said, when I read this initially, I was like, oh, yeah. And then
Yeah.
you think about it, and it's not that, I guess, out of the realms of possibility. Timmy Mitchell says Dan Batten to become new curse. No, that's not happening. Timmy
No.
Mitchell, it's
He's a goat. He's
Yeah.
trying to shake away the curse.
Nah.
He'll forever be the OG, and we love that for you, Tim.
I know this is going back to like a BBL Supercoach. If Timmy had tweeted out his captain, I would literally make sure that I did not go him. And that's because it just ruins every player. Ugh. Supercoach Locke says Jordan Ridley and Zach Reid to play a full season, Essendon to finish 10th and finally win a final. Yeah, wow.
There's so many Essendon supporters in the Supercoach community. I don't know if you've
There
ever
is.
thought about it. It's genuinely 50%. I've got to bite my tongue when I'm tweeting because the things I want to say about Essendon. I just got to. There's plenty of me to talk about. But is Jordan Ridley even going to play round 1?
No, I don't think so. No.
Yeah, because he picked up a new injury. Now this was, I think, before that was announced, but
from just running.
I hope Zach Reid plays a full
Yeah.
season. I really like the look of him, and he'll be in a pretty bad 2020 draft. He'll look as one of the good picks of that draft. So I'd love to see him have a full run.
Yeah, well, it's just his body that's really let him down. Like, because he's a quality player, good ball user too. So
Yeah,
unfortunate. Do you think Essendon can finish 10th and finally win a final, mate? Take your Hawthorn bias aside.
no, I won't. I've actually got him for the Spoon, so I'm thinking the opposite.
Bad man. You are a bad man.
I think it'll eventually happen. I think Essendon are finally turning a corner. I feel like I've said this 4 times in the past 15 years with them, but they're rebuilding properly, and probably going to end up with a new coach soon. But I think they're on the right track.
Jeez, I could hear the pain in your voice when you said that. That must have took a lot of mental strength to get that out, mate.
Yeah.
Nick Dacos will be less important to us than Josh Dacos from the Game Day Society. I don't know
Oh,
if this is from a Game Day squad perspective or if it's from a Supercoach perspective, but I'm going to say no on both platforms. I think, yeah.
I think with game day, because you can basically, it's pretty easy to build a team,
Mhm.
a good bronze team straight away. So maybe just there's less. The midfielders are going to score more points, which is meaning more a variety of options in game day. And then in the back line, Josh Dacos might become a little bit more used throughout the seasons. But Nick's going to be Nick, and I love them both. But I think Nick's going to absolutely tear the competition in year one this season.
I cannot wait to see that man
Are you
prance
starting him?
around. Hey,
Are you starting him in Supercoach?
I'm so offended that you would actually ask me that.
Yes,
Of course.
Dacos
Yes.
clan. Let's go.
Absolutely. Nah.
Yeah.
There's one thing, like, don't get me wrong. There's horrible things that go wrong in life, but it's literally whenever he's around the ball and just gets a handball out, him and Bont, I've learnt my lesson. Like, they touch it and they do things that other players do, and these other players get +3, and those two get +13. Don't know
Yeah.
how it works, but it works, and you just don't go against it. If you can't beat them,
They
join
find
them.
a
Simple
way.
as that. Yep. JR says Paddy Cripps will never go below 600.
This one,
Okay.
this one
This-
made me laugh.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw this, but I reckon a couple of years back, Cripps was absolutely tearing it apart. Like, absolutely, I reckon he had maybe like a 30 break even. It was probably, I reckon maybe like around
First
12
year of the
or
Richmond rebuild, I believe.
something like that. Yeah, yep. And it was about 580K. And I was like, perfect. My first, like, going to finish my midfield here. Sent out a tweet. I don't reckon Cripps is ever going to get below 600K for the rest of the year. Dead set for the next 15 weeks. I reckon he averaged 80. I've never been so dirty in my life. So, nah, that's terrible.
I didn't realize there was a backstory for it. I thought he was just saying it.
Full. Like, I haven't lived this down. Supercoach Pro, shout out to him, absolute superstar. Richards will out average Bont this year. Now,
No.
I'm gonna say no, but I think the reason why he sent this in, not because it's so outrageous, it's because he went Richards last year.
Yeah.
When he had the choice to go Richards or Bont, went Richards for the pod view and that kind of angle, and it worked out for him because he was killing it for a large portion of last year.
Yeah, he was right up there for most of the season. And Richards was the game changer with his season last year. So I'll be interested to see if Pro starts him this year.
Yeah, no, he's been running a few drafts. So if you speak Spanish and you're into that kind of format, go and check his stuff out. Absolutely. Roscoe, shout out to you, mate. You legend. Brent Daniels won't be a top 3 forward. I mean,
yeah, this was before the hamstring injury, but there was I was actually like pretty keen on the Brent Daniels pick.
So was I.
Yeah, I was. The history was there. I actually quite liked the pick, but probably for better or worse, he's taken himself out of calculations. So I think there might be an interesting. I think he might become an interesting mid-price option during trading season that people could have a look at.
I mean, he's lasting 12 minutes in a practice game. Like 12 minutes.
I know he looked good in those 12 minutes. Imagine 120 minutes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but it's 10 times the expectation. That's just. Daz has sent in a couple here. He's got Fraser will be F2 and Rivers over McKercher. I'm going to say absolutely not for Fraser.
I disagree on both.
Yeah, and I'm going to go a no on that. But again, outrageous takes. It wouldn't surprise me. Like, it wouldn't surprise me. I just don't think it'll come to fruition.
I
So,
think Rivers is actually more interesting as a defender than as a midfielder.
in the midfielder, yep.
I think he's just better at Supercoach as a defender.
I agree.
I I haven't really been impressed with him as a midfielder. And then Freya. Yeah, he's got on his Instagram bio, Freya.
Right. Okay. There you go.
Yeah,
You
so
learn
I've
something
been
new
trying to
each day.
remember that in my head. That's how you pronounce it. I've just always been saying Freya, but Freya probably would have I probably would have backed this in a little bit more if we saw a little bit more midfield minutes over the practice game last week against the Hawks. But
Mhm.
the Bulldogs fans really like him. So
Yep.
I know a couple of good Bulldogs people, and they certainly really like Freya going forward. So I think it's just one of those things where I'm happy to spend 500K in season if he's actually
Yes.
legit. But I don't think I'm willing to start him.
Nah, give me Degoe and 100K, I think.
Yeah.
Right. Or you get like a Rochelle or a McDonald plus change. It's just the signs weren't there for me. The Supercoach Oracle says Mills top 6 defender by average, but only plays 16 games. This is one that I actually 100% can see happening.
Yeah, I back it. I think one of the Sydney boys will be top 6.
Him or Blakey, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just don't know which one. Like gut tells me Mills.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
I think both you could build a very strong case for. And probably
Absolutely.
the reason that holds me back is that round 3 early buy with those guys.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to take on a buy, you'd probably, if I was going to take it on, I'd be looking at having either a Mills or a Blakey. I don't think, if you're set on it, just take the buy on. If you like Mills that much and you firmly believe that he's going to be a top 6 defender by average, go for it. Absolutely. Yep. Cheese says Scobes will finish 100K. That's not a hot take at all.
Oh, you're pretty good, mate.
Good with numbers, terrible with Supercoach. How does that correlate? I don't know.
I'll back you in for top 1% this year.
I reckon you've just lost your money, mate. But DR pays the bills around here, so you just send your invoice to his address and we'll call it square. All right. You just make sure that you send the invoice to him. Prime Walsh says Sam Walsh, number 1 ranked midfielder this year. Right.
Is that the Prime Walsh?
The bloke that likes to cause a little bit of banter and drama. I believe it is, yes, but I also know that he's big on his Supercoach.
Oh yeah, there you go. He hung Will Day out to dry last year in opening round. So
he did. He did.
Yeah, yes. Yeah. And to be fair, it didn't age that badly, unfortunately. But
I know. No. Yep.
Yeah. I really, really like Sam Walsh this year.
Yep.
In Supercoach. Yep. Have you got him in?
I don't, but I guess if I was to go down that avenue, he is first name on the list.
Yeah. I'm taking on
price.
Nick. Yeah, I'm taking on Nick and Walsh. I'm just happy to cop the losses early. I really like them both this year.
Yeah, he's priced at something so nice, and his points per minute. And I know it was just Amy series, and I know there was so many clips of him grabbing his back and whatnot. But could you imagine he goes through the entire season not missing a game? He averages 110 pass.
Yeah, we saw towards the end of last season when he didn't have a preseason and then he injured it again. How good he looked. And I think he'll really get up close to that 110 that we saw from a few years ago.
As long as Carlton are not good, then it's fine. That's all that matters. Matty English says Essendon bottom 2.
We said hot takes, mate.
Oh, you can tell that you absolutely detest them. Yep, no.
Apologies in advance if this gets a few dislikes because I think they're all
Yep.
Western supporters.
I mean, you have been known to, we'll say, annoy people that do support the Bombers. I don't know why, because you'd never say anything out of line against that, fantastic club. Matthew M says McCarthy Eagles will be 100 to 105 average this season. Talk to me on Tommy McCarthy. By your reaction, I'm sensing you don't like him that much.
I don't like the pick personally.
Right.
I don't know about you, Scope. He loses that kick mark, free halfback share, and turns it into midfield minutes where, sure, he's a lot more around the ball, and we're seeing all these preseason stats of 40 goals. Well, actually, the way the West Coast midfield's looking, he can do that, but 40 disposals, 3 goals a game, and I'm just thinking you're going up against a waffle midfield, mate. Like, I could see a world where it works, but not for me. I think he relied a lot last year on that kick in mark, get the handball back. And he'd do that 6 times a game, and that's a lot of points on the board that you're getting there. So long kicks, I'm not buying stocks of Tom McCarthy this year. I think it'd actually be a good result if he's a bloke that's come from the mid-season draft to average the same in a midfield role than what he did last year. I think that'd be a very good result.
So with that, would you say you'd just be happier to go down to McKercher or just go up to a Geordie Clark?
Yeah, I'd do either personally.
Yep. No, completely fair. Zach says Freya to reach 580k. Now that is an outrageously hot take because I don't think there is any chance in hell that is a possibility.
I actually think that is a possibility. Like 580k at any point in the season. He just needs to get on a 3 or 4 week hot run and he can get there.
How much do you want on it that he will not get to 580k?
Well, I'm not a betting man, so I'll kiss you in person if he doesn't do it. You kiss me in person if he doesn't do it.
Deal.
Done.
Easy. Everybody wins. Easy.
Yeah.
No, the one thing, and don't get me wrong, I was starting to buy into like the midfield minutes, everything regarding that. But then when they actually played, I can't remember who it was. It might have been Kennedy or someone, or it was the first rotated midfielder into the CBA. Freya had 50% less CBAs than them. So he had half. And I can't remember who it was, but that's just like, we've been talking about all these midfield minutes. The coaches come out and said it. He's like trained there in the preseason, trained there in practice games. And then for that to come out and happen, is that like not prime Luke Beveridge full on stuffing the magnets around?
I mean, it definitely is. I think he can get to 580 if there's an injury or two that comes in the Bulldogs midfield.
Yep.
So I think that's why I think it's a possibility. Whether I think it actually happens, probably not, because I also said he won't be top 2. So it sort of cancels each other out. But players can get on random hot streaks, and he at one point could get to 580, I reckon.
Well, we agree to disagree. Pazar says Heaney averages 120. I think that's, like, I know it's a stretch, but geez, he's a good player, especially if he's kicking snags as well.
Yeah, he's an absolute gun. But I feel like right now is prime Heaney. I don't know if he's got an extra 10-point average on top of what he's currently doing at this point in his career.
I mean, last season was, insane. Who do you rate more, Goulden or Heaney?
Goulden.
As a better player?
In Supercoach or in real life?
No, Supercoach, sorry.
Yeah, Heaney's a better player in real life, but yeah, I'm a big Goulden believer this year.
Yep. Is that because he's a little bit cheaper?
No, I think a full preseason, and he was doing 105 without with missing 15 weeks. So I think he suits the new rules to an absolute T. He'll get a couple of free kicks with the last touch, as well as there will be a few wing mishap kicks as well. So yeah, I'm really buying into Errol Goulden. I really like him, and I don't know if he'll out average Heaney, but I'll tell you what, I think it could get bloody close.
Yeah. Yep. No, I agree. Yeah, huge on Goulden with these new rules, I think. Kai Broom says the Lizard D1.
Oh, bold.
Very. I'm not going to say D1. I think top 6 is a possibility, as we spoke about before.
Yep. Day one, hard to build a case for. Top 6, you can build a case for. So wouldn't go that far into Lizard stocks, but I think he could have a career best year, though, that's for sure.
Yep. AJ says Rowan Marshall, top 6 forward. That is an outrageous take because I don't reckon he'd be.
This would only happen if DeConning got injured.
Yep. But
and he would be a top 3 forward if DeConning got injured, Marshall. But yeah, it's hard to guess injuries at the minute. But Marshall top 6, we'll worry about him in 2027.
I mean, he's got to get forward DPP first before he can be a top 6 forward. So
yeah, might get bench DPP.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Rowan Duddy says, my take, pies are more relevant than ever. Dacos times 2, JDJ and D Cam. I think that is a completely valid statement.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think this is probably one of the more relevant seasons for Collingwood for Supercoach because I think in previous years it's just really been Nick Dacos and the odd rookie here and there.
Yep.
Where this year there's certainly a lot more interesting things happening at the Pies for Supercoach. So yeah, I think there's going to be a few of the Pies in our side during the year.
I think it's going to be a long season for us, but yeah, I think you can. The safest thing, Supercoach wise, is if you select Nick Dacos, if you click onto a Collingwood game, 9 times out of 10, his name is going to be in the top 2 of Collingwood Supercoach scores. I think you can take that to the bank. That's lock and load. Lordy1912 says Jordan Tagoe is a top 10 forward and Josh Dacos is a top 6 defender. Ooh, let's break this first one down. What do you think a top 10 forward has to average?
Top 10 forward. Because I would usually say I'm probably thinking 94, 93 plus would be top 10.
Yep.
It would certainly be, yeah, I'd say 94 to 93 average for top 10. Would you say DeGoey can average that?
I think if he has a full non-interrupted year or uninterrupted year, I should say, there's probably about a 60% chance. But in saying that, I don't know if he's going to have an uninterrupted year. Like I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong. It doesn't seem like a bloke to get suspended for on-field actions that much. I don't think he's falls into that category. Off-field, there was a certain time where yes, but now he seems to have really calmed down a bit. Like, it's almost a free throw at the stumps, isn't it? 321k, top 10 forward. Like, that's not that outlandish. Thinking top 10 here, not, top 3, top 5, and it's forward line as well. So the threshold's generally a little bit lower. I don't agree with Josh Dacos as a top six defender though. We've been over why.
Yeah, De Goey could get there certainly, but similar to what you said, things would have to go 90% right for De Goey to have a full season. So hopefully, farm life for De Goey is in his favour this year.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm surprised. Did you watch that?
I didn't see it, but I know he's got a big ass farm that he lives in now. I don't know where it's in, but good on him. He's getting away from the big smoke, the big apple.
Yeah, I reckon you're gonna love this next comment, mate.
Yeah, he's an Essendon supporter.
Lordy says Essendon sneak into 10th and beat Hawthorn wildcard weekend.
You won't hear from me for like 6 months if that happened. I think it's one of those things. Essendon might win a final, but it just can't be us. Like,
what if it is though? Like, how do you take that?
I don't really take it to offense because it won't happen.
So you're pretty confident on that not eventuating?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very, extremely. You can clip it.
Okay, done. Perfect. I'll remember this. Lincoln Powley says Trelaw retires before season end. He's hands down. And like, this is a possibility. It really is. He's one of my favorite players of all time. And I really hope to God this doesn't eventuate. But yeah, like, that's a possibility.
Yeah.
Was he 30? Is he 32?
He's actually 33 in 5 days.
So he's 32.
So he's 32 now, yes.
Yes. No,
33 in 5 days.
Do you know, I remember exactly the moment in time when we traded him. It was 7:29 on a Wednesday. There was 1 minute left of the trade deadline.
Yeah, and then 10 minutes later, we see the Ned guy interviewing. Just
yeah, no, it was terrible, absolutely terrible. No, I hope that Trelaw gets one more season. But
I was keen on him this preseason.
So was I.
Yeah, and I think there is a world where if he gets because I think he can average 90 in whatever role. I think he just knows how to find the footy. I think there is a world where he could become a consideration during the season if he can get back to being on the park.
He'd be almost like during the buys where you've got an extra trade. And you were bringing in, say, like a rookie, a premium, and then you're just going like a mid-price, a balls to the wall type pick. He would be perfect for that, I reckon, because he's got that DPP as well. So, I mean, yeah. That's an ad. We don't get paid for that, so we're not showing that. Cap and Flash Supercoach says, my bold prediction is that at least one player will drop in price over the season by 350k. Reckon that could be either McRae, perhaps Libba if his minutes get managed, or one of the Kilda rucks if that gets really bad. Oh, I mean, 350k is a lot.
That's a lot. That's basically, that is what status.
It's like 580k player right now, going down to like just above 220.
That is, I don't even know if that's possible. You have to be really, really bad. Like, and you have to stay healthy as well. That's the thing. So you have to be consistently bad, like averaging 40.
It'd have to be like Bo Allen -12 levels of performance.
We're not going back to this again.
No, but like in comparison, you would have to score that multiple times.
It would have to be like, a second, like a Rowan Marshall, where he's just scoring 30s every week, can't mark the ball, can't kick a goal. Or it's a midfielder that's moved to a back pocket or a forward pocket, or like that would be bizarre scenes, and they'd be talked about as a downgrade option.
Like they would, but then they just keep going down.
Yeah.
Causa says, do you know Corey blocked me and I don't know why? I would love to know why. Corey?
He blocked you.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what
Oh.
I've done, but I apologise profusely. Causa says Jamara to become the best forward rookie priced player cash wise. I know this was before the practice games, but did you see him when he played?
No, I actually didn't see that Pracky game.
He was rusty.
Yeah, I'm not
rusty.
surprised one bit. He hasn't played footy in so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess this was made once again. This was tweeted before
Yeah.
the practice matches and all that. So this was sort of around the period when Jamara hype was really building.
Mhm.
To say it now, no, and I always think be classified as a rookie, it is pick number one's price and under.
Yep.
In my opinion, I
Mhm.
wouldn't call Jamara a rookie, but that part doesn't matter. I can't see him making more money than Filippo.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I don't know how he's not in 100% of sides.
Yeah.
Filippo, that is. Maverick says Pies finished bottom 4 and LDU top 8 mid. That's realistic. That's genuinely realistic.
I don't think I worry for the Pies, but I don't know if they're bottom 4. Like,
I mean, don't get
dramatic
me wrong.
turn of events if they did.
I don't think we're. It's going to be hard to say because I don't think our list or the 23 players that we roll out each week deserve, or no team deserves to finish bottom 4, but I don't think the talent is there that equates to a bottom 4 finish. But I also think we are the one club that could have a run of 7 weeks where you'd look at the fixture and you'd go win, 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 and you'd lock them in for 7 weeks. And then those 7 weeks would come and go and it would be 7 losses. That just would not surprise me at all. So, an LDU top 8 mid, I mean, clean up that DE. He's gone above 105 before, so top 8. I mean, we're not talking about top 3.
I've got Pies sliding a bit this year, but I don't know if I'd say bottom 4 and then LDU. It'd have to go pretty well, but he has done it in the past, which makes me think it is a possibility. So, Matt, I can build a case for him for top 14. Hard to make it right. There's so many good mids.
So double it then, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, love that. Next one is Supercoach Dog says Walsh will be a better pick than Goulden.
Ooh. I think they're pretty even.
Yeah, they
I
are.
think they're pretty even.
I don't know. I don't know why. I just like Goulden at the moment.
I think I still prefer Goulden, but it wouldn't shock me if Walsh was a better pick.
Yeah, no. Yeah, again, that's not that outrageous, honestly. Magnus Sherlock says Hayden Young will disappoint, but I'm still starting him. I mean, he did have an ankle tweak, but he seems to be fine. They reckon he's going to play. So, what's your thoughts on him? I assume you said mid-price madness before, so you're definitely starting him. Clearly,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but I also think there's a few mid-price options. If it doesn't work, you can just resort back to, like, there's Harley Reid out there. If Harvey Langford goes nuts early, Parrish, if you don't want to go there, you can even go as low as Rouston or a Bruin. So I don't think it'd be the end of the world if Hayden Young didn't turn out amazingly. But what do you see him averaging this year?
90, 93. And that's
I was
with
going to say 95.
An inevitable injury at some point, and I just pray that that's like basically their buy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like in
if
my
it-
opinion, if he gets to the bye, I'm happy. I'm over
yeah,
the moon. I'm stoked.
the goal by the time Fremantle's bye hits, we want him to be like the worst player on our field by then.
Mm.
So
Yep.
if he can last that long, I think that's pretty successful. So I think it's more the matter of I don't think anyone's thinking Hayden Young can be a keeper. That's for sure. But
God,
can he be?
you'd hope not.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got that thought process. But if he can be your worst player on field by the time Frere's bye comes, I think that's a pretty successful pick.
Agreed. Matty M also says Darcy Wilson to average 75 for the season, Harvey Langford to average 90 for the season, and Sam Darcy to average 95 to 100 for the season. To me,
I think
that's
Darcy can do more than that.
yeah. I reckon that's unders
I
for
think
him.
he does like 103.
I reckon he does 100 easy.
Yeah,
If they umpire him properly, and don't get me wrong, I'll be the first to admit, dogs get a good rub of it, but you can't tell me that they don't chop his arms more often than not. Like he's a giant,
they treat him so badly. Like the
and
amount of
then
marking contests where he doesn't get a free kick, or some of the time he gives it away because he's too dominant. So,
yeah,
it does my head in. But yeah, I think Darcy is going to get even better this year.
Yep, absolutely. Harvey Langford to average 90 for the season. I reckon that is the most unrealistic one out of this, because I reckon Darcy Wilson could do 75.
Yeah, I mean, what did he average last year? Because that actually feels close to what he's priced at.
There's a few games last year where it's just like, that's not. And don't get me wrong, I don't play draft at all. But if I did, I don't know where he'd go. But I don't think I'd be too disappointed if bottom of the run you needed someone. I'd be pretty happy with Darcy Wilson sitting in my side.
Yeah, you'd expect him to be on a wing or half forward this year. What's he priced at? 335K. So he's priced at 62. Can he do 75? I think that's a possibility.
Yeah. Yep. All right.
Yeah, I'll give that. And then I think if I had more confidence into knowing Langford's midfield minutes, but second year breakouts are very hard to achieve. You have to be a special player to do it. And yeah, I just don't know if the midfield minutes are going to be there for Langford, like full-time mid-minutes to make it work.
No, I reckon that's the most outlandish one there from Matty. Placey says English will be huge R2 this year. I agree.
Yep. Yeah, he's probably my R2.
Wemby says Sheasel will be the highest scorer. I don't think he'll be the highest. No. He'll definitely be in the conversation for F1. That's a given. Unless he gets like injured or something, God forbid. But yeah, I think highest scorer. Again, we asked for outlandish. It's out there. Unbiasedly biased says Sam Banks top 10 defender, average 100 plus. I mean,
they like to spread the load. Pause. They like to spread the load a bit, the Tigers, in the back line. So I don't think there's a real winner. Like we thought heading into last season that Jaden Shaw would be the main guy off halfback, but the more we learn throughout the season, they just like having multiple guys sharing the mixture of distribution. So I don't think the type of system is there for Sam Banks to get up to 100 status. Can he have a better season than last year? Absolutely. But it probably, I reckon best case for Banks would be 90, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, well, again, we asked for it. They delivered.
Yeah,
Average is 100 plus.
We got it.
Absolutely. This is Captain Flash. Supercoach says also might not be a hot take, but Shees will be top scoring player this season and North will make top 10. We discussed Shees before, and mate, if North make top 10 on what I saw the other day against the Pies, I don't know
your hat.
Yeah, mate, they were shocking. They were disgusting. Like I could go on for a while about what I saw, but that was not AFL standard.
Yeah, to
Uh,
make top 10, they'll have to be centimetre perfect.
yeah, and
Love you, Dennis.
yes, that was a nice tribute there. Yes, absolutely. Ben at AFL Supercoach 360 says Sam Darcy kicks 100 goals and is the highest scoring forward in 2026.
I don't think I've got the cojones to say high scoring forward, but uh, I mean, if there's any bloke that's going to do it in the modern day, it's going to be this bloke.
Well, you'd assume if he kicks 100, that's the Coleman, yeah? Surely.
Yeah, you'd think so. Yeah, I think he's my Coleman tip.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Mate, that's the end of the thread. That's it.
Well done. We got through it.
That's that one. What do you have on TikTok, mate? What's everybody been sending you?
So I did a video on my TikTok recording an AFL Supercoach 2026 hot takes video over the weekend. Drop down below your hot take and we will review them. So Cause has actually snuck a couple more in as well.
Oh, he's a cheeky devil, the ladies, man, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. We love the ladies man Causa. So yeah, we got 11 comments here to review.
Lovely.
There's a couple of them that don't make much sense, but we'll see how we go. Corey says one of Baslenka, Dacos, Rao won't be a top 5 averaging mid.
It's got to be Baz.
So do you reckon that's possible? One of them?
Yep.
I think I'd almost go Rao.
Do you reckon Baz gets enough of it, even though his disposal isn't the best?
Yeah, I think he gets enough of it. He gets the volume in that midfield for Geelong.
Yep.
But he could, I think there might be a couple of others ahead of Baz in that top 5. So maybe I've got Baz and Rao. But yeah, I think there's every possibility that happens.
Yep. Yeah, I can say that. Yep.
And Cause's other one was Nick Blakey to outscore Whitfield by average in 2026.
Oh, this is going to be a lot of recency bias, but like I saw Whitfield in that rain-affected game, and he is the master. I don't know if he does it on purpose, but dead set, there'll be a bloke about 20 meters away, and you know he's got the skills to just like pinpoint him. And he just leaves it like to the side a little bit, and it's almost like the ball is halfway in the air, and Whitfield's already run to the next possession, and the ball's like off target by like a meter or two. Old mate's gone and marked it, and Whitfield's literally running past him, and it's that 1-2. Like I hate not owning Lachie Whitfield, and I did it the entire year last year. And I'm really thinking about just stuff the buys and
Get it out of the way.
Yeah, just start him. So I'm going to say no on that, but I think there's a lot of recency bias there.
Yeah, I think Blakey's good, and I think he's a very interesting option this year. But I don't know if I can take him over Whitfield. But stranger stuff has happened, I suppose. Harley Sports Talk. Do you know Harley Sports Talk?
No, I do not.
No, he's a good man. He's a good man. I'll hook you up with him. But he says Harry Sheezel won't be the best forward, but I'm still picking because everyone is.
I mean, if you really think that he's not going to be the best forward, don't pick him.
Bet against it.
Yeah. I mean, your season could be over 4 rounds in, but
what if it works?
Exactly.
You're miles ahead of everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. You're laughing. So, yeah.
The total averages do change a lot in Supercoach, but just don't know if it'll change this year with Sheezel. Sheezel finds a way in our teams every year, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Yep.
Whether he's a defender with this new halfback role, whether he's 550k in the midfield, whether he's forward eligible, a rookie, he just finds a way, doesn't he? All right. Basil Gazel says Josh Ward to score the most Supercoach points for the Hawks this year?
I'll let you answer this, mate.
I
Yeah.
like Josh Ward. Hawthorn aren't exactly a Supercoach prime team. So I think there's a world where that could happen, but what's Newcomb going to average this year? 95, 96 potentially. So it would have to be more than that. And then you got
Yep.
Lloyd Meek, could get affected with the ruck rules. So yeah, it's basically saying, can Josh Ward outscore Jai Newcomb? And I like Josh Ward, but I don't think yet.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Fair enough. You're the Hawks, man.
Christian Petrarca is not. Sorry, this is from Dacos era, so I'm sure you like him.
Okay. Yeah.
Christian Petrarca is not going to get midfield time. Will end up dropping over 100K.
So we'd need to drop to below 422K. Is that right?
Yeah, we'll end up dropping over 100K. So
Nah. That is a hot take and a half.
that would only happen if Rao comes in and they prefer like Petrarca forward and maybe like Humphrey in the middle.
But it doesn't matter anyway because he can't kick it through the big sticks anyway.
No.
He hasn't hard enough time. Yeah, well, he has a hard enough time like lacing out one of his teammates. He can't kick it through a 15-meter, gap.
Yeah, exactly. Isaac Heaney will be a top 10 mid.
That's a lock.
Yeah, I agree with that one. Who's that from? They got weird username writing. OBYWILLO. Obby Willow. Shout out to Obby Willow.
That's
I
the
feel like Sam
highlight
Newman
of the night
bringing
right
out
there.
the mailbag at the minute. Just
wasn't that an absolute banger
the
segment?
times.
Oh, I'd do anything just to see. Yeah, that live. Oh, Jesus Christ. That was cinema. Absolute cinema.
And straight talk. Oh, proper.
Straight talk was just, oh my God.
I'm from Maui.
Oh, it's so sad. I know exactly what you're talking about when you say that. I can just picture it. Yeah, no, it's perfect. Oh, gee. Oh, we're getting off track. What's the next one?
All right. I don't really get this one from Steve75. Watch Murphy Reed.
Oh, Murphy Reed is good.
He's good. He's good.
Murphy Reed is good. He's good. Do you know the Rain Man on X? Just username Rain
yes,
Man?
I do. Yes.
Yes, huge on Murphy Reed at the moment. Huge on him.
Starting
Yep.
him?
Yes, I believe so. Yep.
I have respect for it, I'll tell you. What type of role do you see him having?
High half forward, pushing into the midfield, but just no CBAs. Because
That's what makes it a bit tricky.
Yeah. Like it's self-explanatory, like because of their midfield. But I just, at that price, if you're going to go for it, go for it. But yeah, no, I'm not. Like I don't need another layer of, pain and hardness to try and get through to get a decent rank. I've got enough of that as it is.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say watching Murphy Reed is a hot take. Like he's a very good player to watch. Mackie Matic says Clayton Oliver will finish the year with a 105 average.
What did he do at his last season at Melbourne? That wasn't that bad, was it?
Oh, it was quite underwhelming, wasn't it?
Was that near 100? Oh, I can't even remember.
He's priced at 92.
So he's only got to put 13 on that. I don't think he goes 105. That's, I'll agree. That's outlandish. Wouldn't be surprised to see him do 100, though.
I think he can do 100, especially now with no Tom Green as well. Better side.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll meet you up to 100, mate, with that one. Unit 24 with a name I did not expect and one that might be the boldest take I've seen so far.
Okay.
Sam Lawler to average over 100. And Bailey Fritsch Average over 85.
Okay, that takes the cake. Is that the last comment? Because if it is,
There's two more after.
I was going to say, if that was the last one, we've ended this absolutely perfectly because that is
I
the
should have saved it
wildest
for
comment.
last.
Yeah, no, all right. No, that's the wildest one.
Yeah,
Like that. Yeah.
I think it'd be a good
Oh,
result if Lawler averaged 75.
I think he'd be very happy with that. Very
Yeah,
happy with
like
that.
100. He wasn't
100.
really an accumulator in the junior years. He's just more
Nah,
your Dustin Martin, Christian Petrarca in impact style player.
I don't think he's going to
No,
get anywhere near like those two this year, to be fair.
no. I think he could become one of them one day, but yeah, not this season. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is wild. Yeah, I
And
think a 75 average for me with Lawler.
what
And what
do
about
you
Bailey Fritsch?
what do you see him averaging?
85?
85.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I couldn't care less. I absolutely detest him as a footballer. Like dead set, mate. The amount of time, could not care less.
He would have to play
Could,
half back.
oh,
He would have to be the main distributor.
he'd have to stop worrying about his pansy hair for one, mate. Do you see how many times you do this a game?
Oh, his
Nah,
hair is
nah,
perfect.
nah.
His hair is
Don't care.
perfect.
He could average 130 and I wouldn't pick him. No way. No thanks. Nah, do not
Yeah,
care.
did not think I'd say that name. So fair enough, unit. Best of luck with. That is the hottest of hot takes I've seen
Yeah.
in quite some
He's
time.
he's won tonight. Absolutely won.
He is one. Shout out unit 24. Sebastian Joel Freya to average 110.
Yeah, that's not
Nah.
happening. Nah. That is a very, very out there. Not as wild as, Bailey Fritsch doing whatever, but nah. Jesus. God, these last, I feel like we peaked with the Fritsch comment. Now we're just, slowly coming downwards. What's the last one, mate? Send us
Let's
off in
finish it
style.
off with a bang. Let's go to the Melbourne Football Club. Yanni, who is actually a big fan of mine, so massive shout out to Yanni. Hope you're doing well, mate. Jack Steele is going to average 110 plus if he stays fit. I don't think he can get to 110 anymore, but I like the thinking.
I don't think it's going to be 110, but I don't think that's as crazy as it sounds. I wouldn't be surprised if at the end of the year you see like a 106. Would not be surprised. No.
I think that's probably his ceiling, in my opinion. I would say that's probably the best I could see him doing.
If he's 100% fit, which he clearly wasn't at the Saints, then no, I do not have an issue. Like, as I said, wouldn't be surprised seeing a 106 next to Jay Steele at the end.
I like Jack Steele as a pick this year. I just don't have the room. I don't know about you.
No, I initially gave it some thought. Very intriguing, but don't think I'll be going there. No.
Yeah, I think the transition rules worry me a bit as well with him. I don't know how much he's going to be involved in the links going forward.
Mm-hmm.
So, good replacement for Viney though. I guess they got lucky with that, Melbourne. But those are the comments for TikTok.
Well, mate, we have been on for an hour and it will be roughly an hour and 14 with everything is said and done. Give a shout out to all your socials again, and please don't ever mention Bailey Fritsch when we're on together again. Thank you.
I mean, you won't see me on my channel talking about Bailey Fritsch all too much.
Good.
But you can certainly follow me on Twitter at Stephen DW Smith, where I do my posting for stuff, Supercoach, game day. Everything's all happening as we're hitting into certainly one of my favorite points of the year. Optimism at a full all-time high. Yes. Before us getting humbled in a few weeks. This is usually the most optimistic part of the year. So You can read my tweets and all that. And then SDS Supercoach YouTube, doing more content as we head into opening round. And then as well as SDS Supercoach, SDS_Supercoach on TikTok, where I do shortened versions of the YouTube content on there. So, yeah, absolute pleasure to be on here, Scobie. Thank you so much.
No, mate, it was fantastic. I definitely had some fun. We read out some outlandish takes. We read out some not so outlandish takes, but thank you so much for tuning in with me tonight. Guys, if you've made it through all 75 minutes so far, then my goodness, you are a
Icon.
champion.
You are
Yeah,
an icon.
absolutely. And the last thing you need to do is if you're not subscribed, you do it to literally the channel that it's on now, the channel that you're viewing it on. Chuck a follow to SDS. Man's a superstar. The Hawks, man. Into the game day as well. Check all those videos out. Leave a like, leave a comment, and as always, have a fantastic evening. And we will try, when we team up again, to not mention Bailey Fritsch too much. So have a great evening.